Hello and welcome to my channel, the place where I take you on RV tours, campground tours, to hiking destinations, and so much more. Today I'm here at Death Valley National Park, which straddles the Nevada-California border. Now this vast wilderness is known as the land of extremes, mainly due to the fact that it is the hottest place on Earth. It's also home to Badwater Basin, which is the lowest point in all of the Western Hemisphere. This park is a great place to do some hiking, travel the backcountry, and view the night skies. You can even tour some of the areas without even exiting your vehicle. So come along with me and let's check it all out. Stovepipe Wells has a general store, a gas station, a restaurant, a hotel, and a campground. The campground located behind the gas station offers RV sites with water, sewer, and electric. They are offered on a first-come, first-served basis. These are the Mesquite Sand Dunes. Let's go for a little hike. Look at these tracks. Something dragging a tail with it. One of the lines is super straight, the other one's a little squiggly. Take a look at these tracks. Looks like a Sidewinder snake track. The whole area is not just sand dunes. You have this bottom part area which looks like they're made out of tiles. Like you're walking on a tile floor. So I'm in about a mile of walking, and you can just walk for as long as you want, exploring all the sand dunes. Get to the highest sand dune peak if you want. There's just so much to explore. Okay, I'm gonna head on back. Look how far I've come. This is Badwater Basin. It's the lowest point in all of the Western Hemisphere. Right now there's some water, which is a rare occurrence here. So let's go check it out. Basin is 282 feet below sea level. Let's take a closer look at the little bit of water that's left. Yep. This is the Badwater Pool. says here water is rare and precious in Death Valley. It's not poisonous, just salty, as the presence of pickleweed, aquatic insects, and larvae proves. It's home to Death Valley's rarest animals, the Badwater snail, and they only exist in a few springs at the edge of Death Valley salt flats. So as you can see, it's wide open out here. No shade. You can get a really good 360-degree view of all the mountains around you. It's just a beautiful day. I'm just over a quarter mile down the salt flats, and the crowd has definitely thinned out. There's nobody around here right now. You'll come upon some wet patches as you walk on down that are still here. Don't know how much longer. So I'm just a little over half a mile in, and it's still pretty damp out here in a lot of spots. Don't know how much longer it's going to be like that. And I'm just going to head on back. Got the whole place to myself right now. Look at that, I've made a little salt crystal snowball. If you look closely right there in the mountains straight ahead, you can see there's a sign indicating where sea level is, which is 282 feet above where I am. I'm at the trailhead for the Natural Bridge, and I just want to point out that from up here you get a great view of the salt flats. Take a look at that. Incredible. Now this Natural Bridge hike is a 1-mile hike in and out up a canyon, and it leads you to a natural bridge formation. So let's go check it out. It's just after 5 o'clock right now, so there's lots of shade. Okay, so I've made it to the Natural Bridge. It's quite impressive. It connects the walls of the canyon, and it's about 35 feet thick. All right, time to head on back. Driving through Death Valley National Park is not only scenic, but there's plenty of wildlife to see. So today I'm going to climb Telescope Peak, which is the highest peak here in Death Valley National Park. I'm starting at the charcoal kilns, and right here the temperature, it's the beginning of May, and the temperature right here is 39 degrees. At Stovepipe Wells, when I left about just a little over half an hour, 45 minutes ago, it was 65 degrees. And they're expecting a high today of 94 degrees in the Stovepipe Wells area. So you see there's quite a temperature variation. So bring layers, you're going to be needing them. So I am going to get started on this hike up Telescope Peak. Almost at the trailhead, and you can already see snow. Okay, so I've made it to the Mahogany Flat campground, elevation 8,133. Now I've also made it to the Telescope Peak trailhead, and I've traveled 1.62 miles and I have almost 1,200 feet of elevation gain. So let's get started going up Telescope Peak Trail. Okay, so I've signed in and I'm going to head on up. And cloudy up here right now. Interesting, there's the cactus right there. Oh, look at that view. You can see Badwater Basin down there. It's amazing how the views begin just about as soon as you start on the trail. You can see the last of the wildflowers here. Must have been really pretty early spring. Check this out. It's snowing. You can see the snowflakes landing on my black jacket. Wow. That's the peak up there. You can see the snowy trail leading right up to it. Hopefully the snowfall doesn't last very long, so I'm going to continue on. So you can see sort of see the peak behind me. It's being covered in some dark, thick clouds, and it's coming in pretty quick. And the snow is also getting a little heavier. It's even getting a little cooler out here. And I think this is about as far as I'm going to go this time around. Don't have any snow gear on, so I am going to head on back. I did check the forecast just before I left to come up to make this hike, and it didn't say anything about snow, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to head on down now. I'm at the trailhead for Sidewinder Canyon. Now the directions for this trail are somewhat vague, so let's see if we can navigate our way through. I'm thinking of starting over there, so I'm gonna head on over. So right to the right of the wash, you can see there's a trail, and that's the trail for Sidewinder Canyon. So let's head on in. At about half a mile, you get to this little slot canyon off to the right here. So I'm gonna go explore this one. So I just got back from my hike and I want to show you that Sidewinder Canyon is actually just to the right of that first big wash that you see over there. And if you look on the ground here, some hikers have actually tried to point you in the right direction with these arrows made out of rocks. So Sidewinder Canyon has quite a few slot canyons to explore, and I actually really enjoyed this hike. Artist's Drive is a scenic drive through multi-hued hills where you can enjoy the views from your vehicle. It's a one-way drive and no vehicles over 25 feet long are permitted. This is the trailhead for Mosaic Canyon, so let's get hiking. Mosaic Canyon is considered a geological art gallery due to all the irregularly shaped fragments of dolomite, sandy matrix, and limey cement that create complex murals on the canyon walls. Check out the mosaic of rocks within this rock. So pretty. I'm loving all these pockets of shade. A little slippery. So about a mile and a half in, after you've scrambled across those somewhat slick looking rocks, someone has made this arrow out of stones to point you in the right direction that way, because it looks like you should be going this way, and they've blocked it off a little bit with rocks to help you head in the right direction. So let's go this way. I really enjoyed my time here at Death Valley National Park. This vast wilderness is a great place to view the colorful canyons and mountains, walk among majestic sand dunes, navigate twisted slot canyons, climb rocky peaks, and stroll along salt flats. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel and join me for many more videos. Bye for now.